the news. I saw it in the news. What are the odds that you saw it too? What are the odds? What are the odds? Hey, Tony P, what are the odds?
Yo, what is up, everybody? I am Tony P. This is Tony P. Oddcast, and boy, am I late. I had somebody reach out to me yesterday. They're like, hey, man, I get it. Sometimes you do it on Wednesdays, but it's Wednesday night, and we see you're doing something else. Like, what's up? And you know what? I forgot. I honestly forgot. I had my stories already picked out. I had everything organized, ready to go. Just got to sit down. And then yesterday I got kind of busy with work and forgot. I didn't forget about you. I didn't forget about y'all. Just forgot about recording. But we're here now. I was like, you know what? I got to do that tomorrow. So it is a lunchtime. I'm on my break. In fact, I didn't eat yet, which is a problem. But I just want you to know that is how dedicated I am to getting this done once I already forgot for numerous days. So let's get into it. Fed up by an enormous... Oh, you know what? Normally I do the thing where I say, this week we have blah, 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 blah. I forgot. See, I'm rushing, man, so I'll do it now. This week we have potholes, rats, and babies. Do I need the sound again? We're going to do the sound again. Ready? There it is. That lovely jingle by Greg Klima. Fed up by an enormous pothole in his Los Angeles neighborhood. You guys have seen a street? They're all jacked up. They all have potholes. And, you know, they say, write your councilman or whatever, and they never get fixed. But this guy said, no, I'm just going to do it my darn self. Fed up by an enormous pothole, Arnold Schwarzenegger picked up a shovel and filled it himself. The actor and former California governor tweeted a video Tuesday of him and a helper using concrete to just prepare the road. Now, I think that's awesome. And he goes further to say, like, hey, you know, if you're going to complain, do something about it, which I agree with 100%. But does Arnold Schwarzenegger know how to fix roads? Are you just pouring concrete in that thing? Is it that simple? Or is there like, I feel like there's more to it, right? Am I wrong? Is it just throw some concrete? Today, after the whole neighborhood has been upset about this giant pothole that's been screwing up our cars and bikes, I went out with my team and fixed it. I want a team. He wrote on Twitter. I always say, let's not complain. Let's do something about it. So here you go. A neighbor rolled down her car window and shouted thanks at Arnold Schwarzenegger. Can you imagine? Just driving by Arnold. I guess these people are probably used to seeing him around. You're welcome, said Schwarzenegger in response to that woman saying thank you. I guess, you know, that's kind of what you do. He was in work boots, a leather jacket, and shades. Going full Terminator. You have to do it yourself. This is crazy. For 3 weeks, I've been waiting for this hole to be closed. Arnold, you have lived in the U.S. long enough now to know that's nothing. 3 weeks. That didn't even get to somebody's desk yet. Daniel Ketchel, a spokesperson for Schwarzenegger, said Brentwood residents made repeated requests for repair since winter storms opened up some potholes and cracks. Yeah, so did everybody else in Los Angeles. I think it's cool that he fixed it. I really do, especially as a celebrity, as a former, you know, governor, politician, to get out there and get your hands dirty. But, like, these people are making it seem like, man, it's been years. It was a few weeks. Hey, we had this pothole for a few weeks. I've seen the same pothole for 2 years since I've moved here to Orlando. Oh, New York, New York. The city's so nice. They named it twice. Well, now New York City has a rat czar. CZAR, like the Russian king's rat czar. All right, look, New York has had plenty of rat czars in their history. It's just never been official. I feel like the rat czar in New York, that's a thing, right? Isn't that some Gambino family mafia member or something? Well, who knows? But maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But Officially, Kathleen Corradi has been named the city's director of rodent mitigation. Y'all, if you got to mitigate your rodents, that is too much. Mitigation that's a lot of work. That's what mitigation means. Like, yeah, we got to do a lot. You'll be seeing a lot of me and a lot less rats, Corradi said after she was introduced by the mayor. Added Adams, the mayor. Kathy has the knowledge, drive, expertise, and energy to send rats packing and create a cleaner, more welcoming city. That sounds like an insult. I'm sure he meant it nice. They're at this press conference thing. And hey, here's Kathy. She's great. She has the knowledge and experience about dealing with rodents and pestilence. Oh, classic Kathy. What are we going to do with all these rats? Well, let's get Kathy. She has the drive and energy. Was she a Pied Piper or something? The mayor also announced $3.5 million for rat mitigation in just Harlem alone. The money will fund new techniques and staff members to get rid of rats. How does it get that bad? I feel like you had to have seen, the rats didn't sneak up on anybody, right? We all saw on the internet the pizza rat, that giant rat that was like dragging a for real giant slice of pizza down the subway. And it wasn't like a Papa John slice. It was like a New York plate slice. That was a few years ago. That should have been enough. Like, hey, at this point, we need to do something about these rats. But again, the paperwork takes a while. They didn't know who to go to. They didn't know who had the drive and expertise to deal with the rats. The new rat czar went on to say, the mayor hates rats. I hate rats. Everyone in New York hates rats. See, that's gangster talk, right? I saw that in a 1950s movie. Every New Yorker hates rats. I hate rats. You hate rats. Don't go out and be a rat. Rats are tough, according to the new rat czar, but New Yorkers are tougher. I got to disagree. I feel like the rats are winning. The rats are winning this war. But New Yorkers, get on it, man. You're tougher. Oh, the article goes on. I thought we were done. I was going to giggle and hit the button, but no, here's more on Corradi. A former elementary school teacher and land expert who specializes in urban sustainability. I guess, how do you deal with a room full of rats? With someone that dealt with a room full of kids. She was chosen out of 900 applicants. 900 people wanted this job. I get it, man. Jobs are hard. It probably pays pretty well. But rat czar, destiny was calling. You see, I have a long history at rats. She really does have the expertise. As a child, she said she used to campaign for anti-rat measures in her neighborhood. She like a ninja turtle. She's Shredder from Ninja Turtles. She promised to immediately take on litter, garbage, and food waste because that's where rats thrive. Ew, I wouldn't want that job. I gotta be honest, man. Ew, I'd just move. I would just leave. Hey, we need a rat czar. I'm just gonna go to another state where they don't have that. Rat mitigation is more than a quality of life issue for New Yorkers, she said. Rats are a system of systemic issues. Well, so are a lot of problems, including sanitation, health, housing, and economic justice. New York may be famous for the pizza rat. See, I told you. But rats and the conditions that help them thrive will no longer be tolerated. No more dirty curbs, unmanaged spaces, or brazen burrowing. You know, she stayed up all night writing that. Like her presidential, she might be running for office after this. First she took down the rats. Now she'll take out the trash. You can have that, Corradi, was for your kid. No, you can't. No, you can't. Actually, Tony P. Oddcast wants some compensation for that. We'll get an artist. We'll make you a poster like the Obama posters. Look out, world. All right, and to wrap it up, we got babies. Apparently, the mother of newborn twins could not tell her babies apart, so she had to go to the police. First off, snitch. Why are you going to the cops? Don't call the cops. I want to make fun of this because, like, who can't tell their kids apart? But I can barely tell most humans apart. So, two twins. Oof. Tomorrow, I have to go to the police to have my twins fingerprinted so they can tell me which one is which, according to Sofia Rodríguez of Argentina. And then she said, I won Mother of the Year award. I get it, man. Self-deprecating, but I'm not mad at that. I think that's a big expectation. The mother tweeted 2 photos. No, she didn't. The mother tweeted photos of her 2-month-old twins, Valentin and Lorenzo, explaining that the boys look slightly different in photos, but in person, they're the same. Even if they look different, once you forget who was who, what was what, you're out. It's over. I never thought I would get them confused. Valentin always wore a blue ribbon, but then it was too small, so she took it off, and it just totally wrecked her entire system. Again, I say, I get it. The babies were recently sick, and when Rodriguez changed one of the onesies, confusion hit. It was crazy. She didn't know who was who anymore, so she asked the police to have them fingerprinted, but apparently the prints didn't come out well. They weren't defined. Even still, once you have the fingerprints, like, is she comparing them to the birth certificate? Like, what do you do with that? I could have 10 people's fingerprints. I don't know who's who. Fortunately, Twitter and the internet, they came to help. They came with real help. I'm sure there was a bunch of other not good help, but those aren't in this article. One person said, with my twin brother, we used a bracelet, one ward on their left, one ward on their right. That works until you cut the bracelet off. That reminds me of Thomas and Zomat or whatever from G.I. Joe. One had a scar, one didn't. Another person said, put ink on the sole of their foot and make it impressive. So take a footprint. Okay. I guess you got to take the records and then hold up the footprint with who's who. Just give them tattoos. I would just give them tattoos. Like, I don't know, on their forehead. A parent of twins wrote, I bathed the same one 2 times and medicated the same one 2 times. But they survived the chaos. I guess what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And the final bit of advice, personally my favorite, just rename them and start from scratch. So there you have it, folks. If there's a pothole in your neighborhood, I don't know, go fill it yourself. If you live in a place that needs a czar of rats, move. And here's the thing, everyone's like, oh, it ain't cheap to move. If there's one place I promise you can afford to move from, it's New York City. If you're living in New York, you can afford to live anywhere else in the world. And lastly, when you can't tell people apart, just give them nicknames. That's Buddy and Hey Guy. Oh, I hit the wrong button. You thought there was another story. There's not. The show's over. I rolled off and everything. Like, yeah, great show. Expecting to hear more music. So here's the button I should have hit. Blah, blah, blah. I had some joke. I don't know. It's ruined now. This is why we don't do this on Thursdays.